The KTLA 5 News at 4, I'm Corinne Winter.
And I'm John Finolio. Samantha Cortese has the day off. Jerry West was one of the first true NBA stars, helping bring multiple championships to L.A., not only as a player, but as a front office executive.
David Pingalore joins us now with more on Jerry West's life and legacy. Ping, a tough day for so many.
It certainly is. Jerry West has died at the age of 86, and the Clippers did announce this news early this morning. West had most recently spent the last 7 years as a member of the Clippers front office, but he was so much more to the NBA and basketball than just an executive consultant and great Lakers player. He was resilient. The longevity that he brought was unbelievable. The embodiment of work and the success that he brought to basketball will never be forgotten.
1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West threw it up and makes it.
Even if you didn't know Jerry West by name, you knew his body of work. Literally nicknamed the logo. West's moves on the basketball court were so iconic, the NBA used his silhouette to represent the entire league.
West is between them on defense. Watch West. He taps it away. Tries to beat the clock. Beats the clock. The Lakers win.
But West's path to global success could not have had a more difficult start. He was born in one of the poorest regions of West Virginia to a father who was so physically abusive. West said he often slept with a loaded shotgun for self-defense, escaping from this trauma by shooting baskets day and night, rain or shine. Becoming so accurate with his jump shot, he led his high school team to its first ever state title, followed by 3 All-American seasons at West Virginia University. Then, in 1960, he led Team USA to an Olympic gold medal before being drafted by an NBA team in Minnesota, who were about to move out west and become the Los Angeles Lakers.
Lakers maintain possession as West goes in.
West's country tenacity led to instant success in the big city. In his 14 seasons as a Laker, he was an All-Star 14 times, leading the team to 9 NBA Finals. He is the only player in league history to win Finals MVP on the losing team, and in 1972, he led the Lakers to their first NBA title in Los Angeles. West was inducted into the Hall of Fame for the first time after his retirement in 1974. He did not leave basketball. He spent 3 years as the Lakers head coach before tipping off one of the most successful executive careers in sports history.
To the left goes Magic. He's got it. He didn't shoot it. 5 seconds left. Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good!
As a Lakers scout, then general manager in the 1980s, he drafted and developed the core of the Showtime Lakers, who won 5 NBA titles. In the 90s, he rebuilt the team by signing Shaquille O'Neal in free agency, then trading for the draft rights to a high school kid from Philadelphia named Kobe Bryant.
He's going to wear number 8. And Kobe, this is for you.
West left the Lakers in 2000 after building a team that would win 3 straight NBA titles. He later took on an advisory role with the Golden State Warriors, crafting another dynasty. Then joined the Clippers as a consultant, helping bring in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Hall of Fame inductions for his career as a league contributor and college player followed for West. And then the kid from West Virginia was given our nation's highest civilian honor in 2019, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
I was a dreamer. My family didn't have much, but we have a clear view of the Appalachian Mountains. I'd sit alone on our front porch and wonder, if I ever make it to the top of that mountain, what will I see on the other side? Well, I did make it to the other side, and my dreams have come true.
The Lakers releasing a statement today which reads in part, quote, Jerry West is forever a basketball icon. He brought Laker fans their first championship in Los Angeles. Our thoughts are with the West family and the many NBA fans who honor his legacy. Jerry West will always be a Lakers legend. Amazing to think West, a 3-time basketball Hall of Famer, as a player, a member of the 1960 USA Olympic basketball team, which won gold, and as a consultant, he was also named the NBA Executive of the Year twice. Much more on the late, great Jerry West coming up at 5, 6, 10, and 11. I got to know him over the last 7 years being here. Loved seeing him on the side of the court of Clipper games, and always his second passion was golf. an unbelievable golfer. I'll see you guys the next hour.
Such a beautiful tribute, Ping. He's already missed by so many. Thank you for that. And be sure to stay with KTLA 5 for live continuing coverage of Jerry West's legacy. We'll have more reactions from the sports world on his passing and his impact on the Lakers and the NBA. And for the latest anytime, head on over to KTLA.com, or you can download our free KTLA 5 app.
And now at 4, the mother of the 2 boys hit and killed by socialite Rebecca Grossman is speaking out after the sentencing earlier this week. Mark and Jacob Iskander were hit and killed by a car as they were crossing the street in Westlake Village back in 2020. Grossman was behind the wheel.
She was convicted this past February and sentenced to 15 years to life on Monday. KTLA's Sandra Mitchell is live in Westlake Village. That's where she sat down with the boy's mother. Sandy.
Karine, walking up to the Iskander family home this afternoon, there were rocks with the boys' names on them. So many memories of these children everywhere. Nancy Iskander was in the courtroom on Monday for that sentencing. This afternoon, she told me it was like a stab in the heart.
Monday was the hardest day of the whole trial, right? I would compare Monday to September 29, 2020. Almost to the same extent of pain.
Nancy Iskander, the mother of brothers Jacob and Mark, now expressing disappointment in the punishment for Rebecca Grossman. On Monday, Grossman was sentenced to 15 years to life for the hit-and-run murders in 2020. In an interview at the family home today, Iskander told me the sentence was not severe enough and did not honor the life of both her boys.
He counted them both as one, and they were 2. I promise.
Back in February, the 60-year-old socialite was convicted of 2 counts of second-degree murder and vehicular manslaughter. She could be eligible for parole in 9 years.
All I can say about that is that I hope that the 9 years is enough time for her heart to change.
Through a 4-year legal ordeal, Grossman has never admitted guilt for running down 11-year-old Mark and 8-year-old Jacob.
Nancy, it shocks me to hear you say that you love her.
Of course I do. I serve a God who teaches me to love, and I love her. I love her family. I love her kids. She's a human being.
Iskander says Grossman has offered to establish a building near her husband's burn hospital to help families and name it after Mark and Jacob.
That is not something I would accept from her at all, because she doesn't get to honor their memory. I'm sorry. That I cannot allow. They were too pure.
The Iskander family now has created their own foundation to honor their sons.
It goes through my mind every day. Are they proud? Are they looking down and proud of me or no? Because that's, it's so important and I can't ask them.
You can find more information about the Mark and Jacob Iskander Foundations on our website, more about their purpose as well. Our website, of course, KTLA.com. We're live in Westlake Village. I'm Sandra Mitchell. Back to both of you.
Sandra, thank you. Dozens of friends and family members of General Hospital actor Johnny Wachter gathered in downtown L.A. today for a march and rally.
What do we want? Safe streets! When do we want it? Now!
The Justice for Johnny Wachter march began on South Hope Street near Pico Boulevard, where Wachter was shot and killed late last month. The group then marched to City Hall. Wachter was killed by suspects trying to steal his car's catalytic converter. Family members say they hope the march will bring attention to the unsolved case and bring in new tips to help police track down his killers.
We're just hoping that this will do as much good as it can. That's all we want here. It was like we wanted to just continue to be out there, so that way it's. I was like, because we don't want this to happen to anybody else either. That's the main thing. It's like there's a broader picture outside of the tragedy of my brother.
Supporters are also asking city leaders to issue a reward for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspects. All right, more still to come on the KTLA 5 News at 4.
Including the next chancellor of UCLA. Details on the historic choice as tensions over pro-Palestinian demonstrations on campus continue.
Plus, Kai's here with your forecast.
Oh, thanks so much, John. Karine. Good afternoon, everybody, from a sunny Long Beach. We've got a beautiful day. Temperatures inland getting a little bit warmer. We're getting ready for a very warm Father's Day weekend forecast, which I will have for you when your KTLA News 4 o'clock comes back.
I'm David Lazarus. Which company is the world's smartest? We'll find out this weekend when the World Corporate Chess Championship is held. Details coming up.
KTLA Time and Temp, brought to you by the Dominguez Firm. Injured? You win or you don't pay. Call 800-ALL-7s today.
If you suffer an accident, you deserve the best.
Calling the Dominguez Firm was the best decision of my life. They helped me and my family during my recovery.
The Dominguez Firm treated me like family.
They treated me with compassion.
The Dominguez Firm took care of everything and found me the best medical care to help me get back on my feet.
They fought like champs, and I won over $4 million.
Call us for a free consultation. It's easy. 800-ALL-7s.
The Dominguez Firm. Injury lawyers. 800-ALL-7s.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. When you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. And that. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. That's pretty good. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
When you're hurt in an accident, results matter. At Sweet James, our attorneys have participated in over 500 trials with a 98% winning record. We don't just win, we win the most. There are plenty of personal injury firms, but we are one of the very few that deliver results like these. When your life has been impacted by an injury, there's only one firm to call, Sweet James.
KTLA 5 wants to give you a chance to celebrate Pixar Fest at the Disneyland Resort. Watch the KTLA 5 Morning News Friday for your chance to win 4 one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. The biggest friendship celebration awaits at the Disneyland Resort. Hacks co-creator and star Paul W. Downs talks about Season 3 and the big finale. Plus, top Team USA fencing athletes Nick Itkin and Miles Chanley Watson. Tomorrow on the KTLA 5 Morning News.
Yeah. We love that.
Absolutely.
Chat about on this Saturday. I wish it was Saturday.
Wish it were Saturday.
Wednesday.
It is for me.
Still in weekend mode.
We're driving towards the weekend. It is hump day. And David Lazarus is here. Yes. We're talking Consumer Confidential, right?
Mm-hmm. Some really interesting topics, starting with Elon Musk's Tesla package.
Well, tomorrow's the big day because that's when the Tesla shareholder meeting is being held, and we should find out tomorrow if Tesla shareholders support granting CEO Elon Musk a pay package that's worth variously $45 billion, $50 billion, $56 billion. It all depends on what Tesla shares are trading at any given moment. In any case, it's the fattest pay package ever. Now, a Delaware judge shot this thing down back in January saying, no, you're too cozy with the board. This pay package is just over the top. So Musk is asking shareholders directly to pay up in this sense. And he's holding an implicit gun to their heads. He's saying that if I don't get the money that I want, I might pay less attention to Tesla. Maybe I'll spend more time at SpaceX or Twitter or whatever. It's some hardball going on there. But they became even harder ball today when the mighty California Public Employees Retirement System, a.k.a. CalPERS, came out and said, we aren't going to support this. CalPERS is a major Tesla shareholder. They're joined by the California Teachers Pension Fund, which has also come out against the pay package. In fact, a number of major institutional investors have all come out and said, we're not going to support this. So that's going to be a very big deal. You might not know this, but when it comes to shareholder meetings, it's not one shareholder, one vote. No, it's one share, one vote. So the more shares you have, the more influence you have. So when CalPERS says we're not going to go for it, that's a very big deal. We're talking millions and millions of shares will be voted upon there. So what happens now? Well, as I say, Musk and his board have said, gosh, it'd be really too bad if he was to not give us as much attention as we'd like. Look, make no mistake, Musk is a visionary leader, and he is a remarkable CEO in that sense. He is the companies that he runs. But is any CEO worth that much? That's the issue here, and that's a key reason these big institutional investors are saying, no, we don't like this, because if we were to pay Elon Musk 300 times what the typical CEO now makes, well, what's to stop the head of Goldman Sachs or Apple to say, I should be paid that much. I also have that much influence over my company. And that's a very good point. But I think the thing that's most interesting here is the role that California is playing in all of this. When you get CalPERS and CalSTRS both stepping up and saying, no, 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 this is what we want, this is how it's going to go down, it shows California's major influence in the business world. It also shows why Elon Musk moved to Texas.
Yeah, exactly. California, fifth largest economy in the world, has also been a thorn in Elon Musk's side for quite some time. You mentioned it, he moved his company to Texas, but that it can still have this much of an outsized influence.
Yeah, it also underlines CalPERS. It's the country's largest pension fund. And when CalPERS makes a decision on how it's going to throw its weight around, it's got a lot of influence.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk chess. The world's biggest companies, right, want to compete for a prestige title, World's Smartest.
I love this story. This story is great in so many ways. Like me, you probably didn't know that there is a World Corporate Chess Championship. It's being held this weekend, and teams from some of the biggest companies in the world will be duking it out over the chessboard for the bragging right for, quote, the smartest company in the world. That's the key takeaway from this. So think Queen's Gambit, but, you know, with corporations. That's what we're talking here. Now, this is pretty cool because we're talking about teams from the likes of Goldman Sachs, Google, Deutsche Bank, all sitting across from each other at the chessboard trying to get bragging rights for, who owns you? Yeah, that's how that's going to go out. Wow. And what's really interesting about this is these businesses take it so seriously that they actually have masters and grandmasters on their payroll, ringers, to help them prevail at the chessboard, which is just a very corporate thing to do, make no mistake. It's also the smart play. And if you're competing to be the smartest company in the world, why not play it smart? But let's go a step further. This is also a reminder of something that the United States has abandoned, and that is respect for smart people. There was a time when smart people and intellectuals were viewed as natural leaders in this country. Now, intellectuals are viewed with suspicion. They're treated as the elites and not trusted very often. That's a key reason that Bill Clinton, who was a Rhodes Scholar, built his political career on being a good old boy. Barack Obama, he ran the Harvard Law Review, but he liked to emphasize the fact that his roots were as a community organizer. It's now not really safe, especially for high public profile people, to put their educations and their intellect on their sleeve. They have to play it down. That's unfortunate. In the Kennedy years, we were led by the best and the brightest. Nowadays, not so much. But maybe that'll change when the Corporate Chess Championship has its say.
Can you imagine, though, the fierce competition in that room with overachievers?
I know.
And I love the fact that you get to prepare. So, like, I am not a big chess player, but you can get up to speed and kick some serious butt. Right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And I am a chess player, and I admire this enormously. But in the case of the corporate crowd, you got to figure there must be bonus money at work here.
Something's
That's a motivator. I mean, if you're playing on the Goldman Sachs team, you think you're going to walk away with no backsheesh? I don't think so.
Wow. Good stuff, David.
Yeah. Let's bring in our ringer, Guy Goldberg.
I'll take it.
Speaking of guys who know the Sicilian defense.
That's right. The Queen's Gambit. I think that's as close as I've gotten to that chessboard.
But an incredible show.
Yeah, great show, guys. Well, good to hear all that information. And I'm going to give out some great information as we head into the next few days. The weekend forecast is shaping up to be beautiful, a little bit warmer. And in certain areas, by the time we head into Saturday, it's going to be just downright hot for some of the Southern California communities. And you can see that heat starting to make its way through the Four Corners states today. Look at these numbers. Vegas today, 109 degrees. Phoenix, 111. Albuquerque, look at that, 99. And then we'll go to Bakersfield, Kern County. Temperatures up to about about 103 degrees. And let's start there in Kern County. From Kern County, the southern sections of the Central Valley looking at a heat advisory holding on until early tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Then from Inyo County all the way out towards Las Vegas, this is an excessive heat warning in place until 9 o'clock tonight. Temperatures in these areas up to about 110 degrees. The southern sections of the Central Valley up to about 103, 104 today. And a little bit closer to home into the Coachella Valley, we're looking at an excessive heat watch for the next several days, taking us all the way through Saturday night. These daytime highs with the excessive heat watch up to about 108, 110 degrees. You can still see the southwesterly flow coming through much of Southern California. This is a sea breeze that continues to keep most of the communities just about normal in terms of daytime highs and slightly below average. And that trend will continue as we make our way through your Thursday, Friday afternoons. The surf, well, we've got some 2 to 4 foot breakers throughout much of Los Angeles County. It's a southwesterly swell. Fortunately, the rip current risk is on the moderate side, and then we'll take you down south into Orange County. They too are looking at a little bit of some smaller breakers. We're talking about some 1 to 3 footers. Also a moderate rip current risk. Water temperature between 60 to 67 degrees. For the immediate forecast, where we're looking at this huge area of low pressure just to the southwest of Southern California, continuing to bring us that southwesterly flow. We're still looking at some warm daytime highs for many of the Inland Valley communities as we head into tomorrow. And of course, we'll make our way through the night tonight with June glooms taking place through the night tonight and into your Thursday morning. For your Thursday afternoon, well, that June gloom gives ways to mostly sunny skies. Inland, we're talking about some low 90s through the Antelope Valley. Santa Clarita Valley at about 88 degrees. Woodland Hills, 84. Beaches continue to stay anywhere between about 66 to 68 degrees. Taking a look at Garden Grove tomorrow, 74 degrees. Irvine also 74. Fullerton a little bit warmer at about 79 degrees. And we'll look forward to some upper 80s and low 90s as we head through much of the Inland Empire for your Thursday afternoon. Downtown Los Angeles, 75 degrees for both tomorrow as well as Friday afternoons. And this weekend is going to be just beautiful. We should see the marine layer burning off really rapidly, probably by about 9, 10 a.m. as we head into both your Saturday and Sunday afternoons. And that's downtown Los Angeles with daytime highs of 79 degrees. The San Fernando Valley, mid-80s through Friday. We'll get into the mid-90s. And again, you can see that big jump by Saturday. Sunday at 91 degrees. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see temperatures returning to just about average. So we'll see a little bit of a slight cool down for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. For the weekend, for the Inland Empire, 95 Saturday, upper 80s and low 90s as we head into Father's Day on Sunday. And the San Gabriel Valley, 80 tomorrow, 84 as we head into Friday, 86 on Saturday. We'll get to Father's Day, San Gabriel Valley at about 81 degrees, and then we'll see some upper 70s and low 80s for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. We're going to take a quick break. Your KTLA News coming back in just minutes. Please stay with us.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger? Guac? Santa Fe burger sauce. Burger. Jalapeno pepper. Burger. Burger. Spicy cheese bacon. Guac. Cheese bacon.
Carl's Jr. El Diablo is back. Get a single for $5.99.
Hey, burger! Get burger.
It's in our very nature to seek the excitement of the unexpected. An endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
It's time to experience luxury and precision. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Patek Philippe Aquanaut travel time watch. Play in June, and on July 1st, you could be the lucky winner of this elegant timepiece only at Yamava. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, with my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay, and I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA. relieve fatigue for some, and stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
Give me one good reason to call the Law Brothers.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, it's easy. 2, there's no upfront cost. 3, the results. Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call now or visit lawbrothers.com.
Give in to your devilish desires. Scorch your taste buds. It's Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo Burger.
I'm short on cash.
It's just $5.99.
Fine.
The Carl's Jr. El Diablo Single, just $5.99.
Big burger. Get burger.
It is not often that we get such amazing surprises here in studio. We just did. Introducing you now to Willowbrook. She's so sweet. She's a little scared. She's 5.5 pounds, and she's here with her entire crew, LASD. She's actually the smallest therapy dog, and she's named Willowbrook because she's from the Willowbrook area, and she really helps the community, right?
She is so adorable. You just want to wrap her in a burrito and eat her. My gosh. So Willowbrook has been all over town today. She was at NBC Studios earlier, and now she's joining us at KTLA. We have a story about her coming up later tonight. She's out of the Compton Sheriff's Station, and as you can see by how docile and sweet and adorable she is, she brings people a lot of comfort in her community. Oh, Willowbrook.
And they're not mic'd, but we want to just bring her team over behind us to acknowledge them, or at least one person. You guys really make it happen. And
Jen Stott here brought Willowbrook, and I know that, here, I'll try to make this easier. We can kind of go like this. Here's my microphone. So, Jen, what should we know about Willowbrook? She is so sweet and adorable.
She's just one of those little rescues from the community up north, and she was sick with parvo before we brought her in. She came to the hospital, went through the training program with Blue Line Dogs, and now she's joined the LASD therapy dog team.
And how did you know Willowbrook was ready to be a therapy dog?
We did a temperament test on her, and she just loved everybody that she met and would jump into pretty much anybody's arms, whether she'd ever seen them before or not, and it seems to be working out real well.
And you know what? We're getting some therapy right here because
exactly.
She's so calming. We feel her energy, even though she's a little nervous, but you just want to hold her and give her so much love that she's giving off.
Oh, my gosh. The serotonin, the endorphins, just from petting the sweet baby. Well, Jen, thank you so much. And when can we see more of Willowbrook?
They'll be coming more up tonight, I believe.
Okay, you heard it right there. We're going to see more of Willowbrook tonight on the KTLA 5 News, so don't go anywhere. We're going to have a lot more about her. Let me attach my microphone right here.
So beautiful.
We've got more stories coming up.
Including KTLA's Shelby Nelson.
Could a recent series of fires in the Inland Empire be foreshadowing what's to come? I'm Shelby Nelson in Jurupa Valley with what fire officials are saying and warning about this fire season. That's next.
When you've been hurt in an accident, hiring the right attorney can mean the difference between winning $10,000 or $10 million. Call the firm that wins big. Call Sweet James.
Who says steak is only for special occasions? Norm says it's whenever you want it to be. Half-pound, hand-cut, New York steak dinner starting at just $14.99. At those prices, steak is a no-brainer for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Available only at...
Kelsey! Hydration is the biggest thing that you can do to get yourself ready every single day that you can control, because the biggest thing you can control is your effort and your focus. Travis Kelsey, entire stage absolutely erupt. Find yours. The greatest feelings you could ever have. It's one of the best feelings in the world, and I love it. Wait for that trophy at the end. That's the mecca right there. Find yours. Pure elevated water.
For the first time ever, American Vision Windows, California's #1 window replacement company, is giving you our best packages on our best-selling windows, all for free. Get a free upgrade to our top-of-the-line security package, ensuring your home is safe and secure. Enjoy a free upgrade to Sun Matrix, our most energy-efficient windows designed to save you money on energy bills. Reduce outside noise with a free upgrade to our sound package for a more comfortable home environment. To top it all off, we're offering free installation, ensuring your new windows are perfectly fitted by our expert team. Summer's coming, so's the heat. Don't miss out on these never-before offered savings. Now's the time to transform the beauty, comfort, and energy efficiency of your home with American Vision Windows. This incredible offer won't last. Call today and get 0% interest and $0 payments until 2025.
Catch the vision. Catch the vision. American Vision Windows.
Are you tired of your hair breaking after waiting years for it to grow? Meet new Pantene Pro V Miracles with our highest concentration of pro vitamins yet, infused with ingredients like biotin and collagen. Strengthens hair bonds and repairs as well as the leading luxury brand without the $60 price tag. For stronger, healthier hair. If you know it's Pantene.
If you've been hurt in an accident and you need results, call Sweet James. Here are just some of the recent wins for our injured clients. Call the firm that wins big. Call Sweet James.
Now at 4:30. 30 years ago today, the brutalized bodies of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman are discovered outside her Brentwood home. Soon, we would witness what would become the trial of the century. O.J. Simpson was still a former football star and Hollywood actor when police accused him of murdering his former wife, Ann Goldman.
The nation was captivated by the case, which became must-see TV. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade joins us with a look back at it all. Hi, MB.
Hi there, Karine and John. And yes, it has been 3 decades since Nicole Brown Simpson, a daughter, sister, and mother of 2, and her friend Ron Goldman, a son and brother, were found stabbed to death. Football star O.J. Simpson was acquitted in a criminal case for the double murder, but later found legally responsible for their deaths in a civil trial. We take a look back at this tragic story. The gruesome murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman made headlines around the globe. The two were found stabbed to death in a pool of blood 30 years ago today at Nicole's Brentwood home. Nicole's ex-husband, football great O.J. Simpson, soon became the primary suspect.
It's a tragedy which has lived with us. You have the Kennedy assassination, which has lived with us, and various other historic events. And this is still knocking on our door because we don't have all the answers.
A few days later, there was the infamous Bronco chase. O.J. in the back seat with a gun to his head, his friend and fellow former football player, A.C. Callings, behind the wheel. Lauren Schiller, who wrote a book about the trial, says O.J.'s attorney, Robert Kardashian, believed O.J. was on his way to commit suicide.
He decided that he wanted to drive out to Nicole's grave, and Robert thought that he would probably take his life out there.
Then the trial of the century. Prosecutors were no match, though, for O.J.'s dream team of attorneys.
I had a case in Sacramento involving DNA evidence, and it was one of the first cases in California and in the nation with DNA evidence.
Attorney Robert Blazer became a key player on that team and represented O.J. in both the criminal and civil trials.
Barry called me and asked me to come down to L.A. for a couple of days because nobody else on the defense team knew anything about DNA. So I went down there for 3 days and stayed for 3 years.
Despite all the blood and hair evidence, which all pointed to O.J. as the killer, his knowledge of DNA evidence helped cast doubt in some jurors' minds.
So we were able to poke a lot of holes in some of the physical evidence, and you can satisfy the jury that there was at least reasonable doubt about the physical evidence.
And of course, who can forget the bloody gloves? One found at the crime scene, the other at OJ's Rockingham estate. But Johnny Cochran's famous phrase, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit," had a profound impact on the jury. OJ was acquitted after a nearly 9-month trial. Blazer says the defense team had mixed feelings whether OJ was truly guilty or not.
I know that Lee Bailey, who's now passed away, he was absolutely convinced that OJ was totally innocent. Now, I'm not sure that others would agree with that.
A year later, a civil trial got underway. This time, a jury of 12 found OJ liable for the deaths of Ron and Nicole.
I was the only attorney that's both won and lost the Simpson case.
OJ was ordered to pay the Browns and Goldmans $33.5 million. He never paid most of it. OJ died 2 months ago of cancer. And OJ did end up serving some time in prison for a robbery up in Las Vegas. He served time for a number of years. Now, Nicole's sister, Tanya Brown, she is going to be holding a candlelight vigil tonight for Nicole and Ron, and we'll have much more on that later on. John Green?
MB, thank you. What history. Several small businesses ransacked in Arcadia this morning. It happened around 9 a.m. on the 4000 block of Live Oak Avenue. Surveillance video captures the burglar ripping off the camera from the wall of one of the businesses. 2 other surveillance cameras were stolen from a different store. The inside of the business was also damaged with a hole cut through the wall. No details on what else might have been stolen. Police are investigating.
Also today, UCLA announcing its first Latino chancellor as a replacement for Jean Block, who's stepping down on July 31st. The UC Regents unanimously approved Dr. Julio Frank for the new role. The 70-year-old global health expert is currently the president of the University of Miami, and he's replacing Chancellor Block, who announced his plans to step down last summer, long before taking heat over the university's handling of recent protests on campus. Frank calls this a crucial moment for higher education.
At this moment, campus communities across the country are facing complex questions related to protecting student well-being, stopping all forms of discrimination, and upholding free expression rights.
And meantime, a new pro-Palestinian demonstration broke out on campus today, but not about the appointment. Protesters were speaking out against recent arrests on campus. Now, as for the chancellor changes, UCLA Provost Darnell Hunt will serve as interim chancellor until Frank takes over. That'll happen January 1st.
Major financial relief is coming for some USC graduate students. The school is now offering free tuition for Masters of Fine Arts students studying acting and dramatic writing. It follows similar moves from the drama schools at Yale University and Juilliard. USC officials say removing the financial barrier will help the university competitively recruit gifted and creative students.
In other news, LA City officials, they are celebrating the success of a major water debt relief program. LA Mayor Karen Bass was at the LADWP Crenshaw Customer Service Center in Leimert Park today to praise the program. Officials say more than $880 million have been dispersed in water and wastewater utility assistance funds to clear the debt of California customers who fell behind on their bills during the COVID-19 pandemic. The city of Los Angeles received nearly 30% of those funds, helping more than 200,000 customers to date.
These funds will help ensure that those hardest hit by the pandemic continue to have access to critical life services so they can keep thriving and supporting their families, because when that happens, it is good for the entire city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, the funding came from the 2021 Federal American Rescue Plan Act. All right, let's talk about those temps as they start to heat up. Firefighters are prepping for what could be an intense fire season. After 2 wet winters, there's a lot of brush across the Southland, and the threat of major wildfires breaking out, well, that is extremely high. Smaller wildfires, in fact, have already flared up in parts of the Inland Empire.
Let's get right out to KTLA Shelby Nelson, who's live in Jurupa Valley with more on how fire officials are getting a head start before this hot, sizzling summer begins. Shelby.
That's right. And being out here in Riverside County, we're so used to seeing fires. It was actually around this time last year we saw 3 fires burning at the same time. And just to give you a little bit of reference, so we're right by the Santa Ana River bottom. This is a big problem area for firefighters who say that they've responded to several fires in the past because of the dense, dry vegetation in that area. And they say it's only going to get worse from here.
It really isn't a fire season in California. We're year-round.
But as temperatures heat up, peak fire burning is just getting started.
Over the past 3 days, we've seen fires that have occurred in the valley, the high desert, and in the mountains.
This is the Stoddard 3 fire that broke out Tuesday afternoon near Stoddard Wells Road, about 20 minutes north of Victorville. It's now ballooned to nearly 500 acres, no structure damage. And that's not the only fire San Bernardino County has seen in the last week or so. On Sunday, Little Mountain in San Bernardino caught fire. The blaze in the popular hiking area burning 20 acres.
While that was burning, we had a new start up in Lytle Creek.
Luckily, the two were relatively small. Eric Sherwin with San Bernardino County Fire says it's an example of what can happen even once the bigger incidents arise. Resources can get stretched thin.
Whenever we have multiple fires burning in relative close proximity to each other, we are going to see a competition for resources.
The first day of summer is about a week away. Vegetation is beginning to dry out, meaning the potential for larger fires to ignite. In neighboring Riverside County, it was just less than a year ago we saw 3 fires burning at the same time, scorching thousands of acres. This past weekend, several fires broke out across the county, including one in Lake Elsinore and Norco.
A couple vehicle fires into the vegetation, a structure fire into the vegetation. We see that quite a bit year-round.
Many of them small in size, but it's a sign of what's to come. That's why many agencies like the Forest Service and CAL FIRE Riverside County are performing prescribed burns to get rid of dry vegetation that can become a hazard. Captain John Klingingsmith Jr. says it's time to start thinking about getting fire ready, especially if you live in a fire-prone community.
Be ready to evacuate if you need to. Have your essentials that you need, medications, computers, pictures.
Now, we say this every year, but some of the other things that you should be packing in case you do live in a fire-prone area, make sure to have water on hand, as well as your phone, a phone charger, important documents, and anything that you think you're going to need, because you never know if your home is in an evacuation order or under a possible warning that can turn into an order. You don't know when you're going to be able to return to your home. That's the very latest here in Jurupa Valley. I'm Shelby Nelson, sending it back to you in the studio.
Great reminder, Shelby, and really good to see those officials preparing while they can. All right, much more coming up after the break.
Including Rich DeMuro.
Apple gets into AI, but with a twist. See how the iPhone will get smarter, but still protect your privacy. I'm Rich DeMuro. That's coming up in Rich on Tech.
Oh, no worries. That was Roy Choi. He comes here all the time for our meat and produce, but I think what he really gets a kick out of is seeing how high he can stack those club-sized boxes.
Smart and final. Where else?
I'm Doug Hopkins, and I want to buy your house. If you're ready to sell your home, call us at Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage will buy your home, whether it's in perfect condition or a complete fixer-upper. We will give you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. You don't have to pay for repairs, expensive agent commissions, or have people come in and out of your home. Sell your house the easy and happy way. Call Seller's Advantage for a free, no-obligation offer 24 hours a day. That's sellersadvantage.com.
Named 2024 World Car of the Year, North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, and one of Car and Driver's 10 best SUVs. Innovation can be ever so rewarding. The Triple Crown awarded 3-row Kia EV9. Lease a specially tagged 2024 EV9 light long range for $399 a month.
Ready to transform your legs? Let's start by erasing those embarrassing varicose veins. They are caused by damaged valves that allow blood to pool, bulge, and stretch out your veins. West Medical's state-of-the-art EVLT laser varicose vein solution will make your legs look incredible. Call 1-800-WEST-MED to set up a free consultation with our varicose vein experts. Get the smooth, sexy legs you deserve.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the Law Brothers.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. We'll deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. 2, there's no upfront cost. You don't owe us a dime unless we win your case. 3, the results. We've helped thousands of people get great settlements.
I called the Law Brothers after my accident, and they got me $2.25 million.
We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222.
Hacks co-creator and star Paul W. Downs talks about Season 3 and the big finale. Plus, top Team USA fencing athletes Nick Itkin and Miles Chanley Watson. Tomorrow on the KTLA-5 Morning News.
We need to solve this before there's another victim.
Go!
Okay, you can drive more often.
Knew you'd come around.
Walker, Texas Ranger, you're under arrest.
Walker, new episode tonight at 8 on KTLA-5.
After more than 75 years, Sony Pictures Entertainment is back in the business of owning a movie theater. The company has acquired Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, which filed for bankruptcy in 2021 during the pandemic. Alamo is an independent chain with 35 locations and includes a dine-in option. Sony joins Netflix and Amazon as the only major film producers to recently acquire movie theaters. Before 2020, the Justice Department prevented distributors from owning movie theaters.
And this is, of course, a big concern for consumers with Apple's AI introduction, while many, they're worried about privacy protection.
Rich DeMuro explains how the company is expected to keep personal information safe in today's Tech Smart.
The iPhone is about to get an AI makeover with something called Apple Intelligence.
The most popular thing will probably be the Genmojis.
These are custom emojis you can create on the fly, thanks to AI.
And so now they don't have to make a bunch of different kinds of emojis. People can do it on their own. I think people will have a lot of fun with that.
Apple's take on AI includes strict privacy promises.
So they're using their servers with their silicon to make sure that whenever the model on the device is not enough and they need to go to the cloud, everything remains private and secure.
They are doing something a little bit different that's more based on your own data, and that data about you stays on your phone.
The system is twofold. Siri can access your private emails, texts, and more, but if that's not enough, you can send your request to an external AI assistant. ChatGPT will be supported at launch. Eventually, users will have the ability to choose other AI assistants, like Google's Gemini. Many of Apple's new AI smarts require an iPhone 15 Pro or later.
You need something really powerful under the hood in order to enjoy all of these new features. So I think there's a lot of people who are going to have upgrade envy.
Siri now has the potential to be the most useful personal assistant yet.
I think to a certain degree with Samsung's phones and the Galaxy AI, it feels bolted on after the fact, where I think with the iPhone and iOS 18 in particular, it feels very much woven into the system, especially with Siri.
I think what Apple does really well is executing the fundamentals, and so I think if we were to look at what's going to happen with AI and iPhone, it will just become a part of the phone, and we won't be like, oh, it's AI and iPhone. It'll just be like the phone does things really well.
New at 4, California's newest state park. Dos Rios in the Central Valley officially opened to the public today. It's California's first new state park in nearly a decade. The approximately 1,600-acre Dos Rios property is the largest public-private floodplain restoration project in California. That's according to Governor Newsom's office, which said it will restore habitat for threatened and endangered wildlife at the Tuolumne and San Joaquin rivers.
Wow. Not a bad day to
Yeah.
spend some time in the park, take a hike, go on a stroll, Kai. Comfortable conditions out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a beautiful park. Glad to have that in our state. And yeah, we'll take a look at this behind me. We've got Long Beach to the San Pedro communities. Beautiful day today. Plenty of sunshine. Hey, if you're headed to the Dodger game tonight, Boy, you've got a great game coming your way. They're playing the Rangers again tonight. First pitch at 7:10, and by that time, we're looking forward to temperatures into the 67 to 68 degree range with sunshine left. Once we make our way into the latter innings, we'll make our way into the lower 60s, so bring that Dodgers sweatshirt. You might need it with some 62-degree temperatures once we get into the 6th, 7th, 8th innings. Taking a look at Southern California again, what a beautiful day. Clear skies. We've got the marine layer sticking around much of Ventura, Santa Barbara County. Those coastal communities still on the mild side. 65 for Oxnard, 67 in Santa Barbara. Then as we head east into the Inland Empire, Riverside in particular, wow, what a warm, beautiful afternoon. Ontario as well at 89 degrees. 91 up in Lancaster, Long Beach Airport right now at about 71 degrees. Still looking at some heat for the southern sections of our Central Valley. Once you make your way up the Grapevine into Kern County, temperatures to about that 103-degree range, and that's going to continue to keep us under a heat advisory until early tomorrow morning. And then from Inyo County out to Las Vegas, an excessive heat warning. We've also got some heat making its way through the Coachella Valley, an excessive heat watch, and this will stay in place all the way through Saturday evening. We're looking for daytime highs throughout much of the Coachella Valley, the Cabazon Pass, between about 98 to up to 106 and 108 degrees. Taking a look at the winds right now, we still have that southwesterly flow, so the sea breeze makes its way through many of the valley communities still this afternoon, and that's why, well, we're not looking at the excessive heat, but temperatures once again into the 80s and 90s, and we'll see more of the same as we head into your Thursday afternoon. Here's a look at the rest of the day today. We'll see clear skies, but through the night tonight and into tomorrow morning, well, here comes the return of mostly cloudy skies as you start your Thursday morning, and also little pockets, little isolated chances of drizzle tomorrow morning. And then we'll head through the lunch hour and we'll start to see the sunshine coming through that marine layer, and by the time we head into the 1, 2 o'clock hours, we'll return to mostly sunny skies once again. Newhall tomorrow, Thursday afternoon, Santa Clarita as well at about 88 degrees, low 90s and breezy conditions for the Antelope Valley. Beaches between about 66 to 68 degrees. Orange County looking forward to a beautiful Thursday afternoon, hazy sunshine, and in certain sections partly cloudy skies. Santa Ana 76, Diamond Bar at about 83 degrees, and as we head through Riverside, they should see a daytime high tomorrow of about 88 degrees. Hemet 89. We'll go through that Cabazon Pass at 92. Apple Valley 91. Hesperia at about 89 degrees, and Chino should see a daytime high Thursday afternoon of 84 degrees. Here's a look at the 7-day for the coastal communities. Upper 60s as we make our way through both your Thursday and Friday afternoons. The marine layer still sticking around Saturday and Sunday as temperatures make their way into the lower 70s, but we'll see that burn-off taking place pretty quickly, hopefully by about 9, 10 a.m. Then as we make our way into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, upper 60s and low 70s, but the marine layer will start to become a little bit more stubborn once again. High deserts, 93 tomorrow, triple digits for Friday and Saturday. Father's Day at about 93 degrees in the Orange County inland areas. Upper 70s tomorrow, low 80s for both Friday and Saturday afternoon. A beautiful Father's Day for the OC at about 78 degrees, and just a little bit cooler next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between 75 to 77 degrees. We're going to take a quick break. Your KTLA News is coming right back.
Birria is back at Del Taco. Dip your favorite shredded beef birria street tacos and birria quesadilla in our savory consomme. And now the lineup includes the all-new birria grilled combo burrito, flat grilled to perfection. That's Del Taco Better Mex.
Ashley is having a Stars and Stripes preview mattress sale. Shop early for mattress hot buys now only $7.99. And for a limited time, you can get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley.
Whether you've been hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking accident, what you do next matters. Make sure to call Sweet James Accident Attorneys. Every month, my firm and I help hundreds of people get the medical treatment they need and the financial compensation they deserve, all without paying a dime out of pocket. Recently, 5 out of the top 50 settlements came from Sweet James. Call the firm awarded Best Attorneys in America. Call Sweet James.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. And that. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. That's pretty good. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. They can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
Bleeding gums are serious, Jamie. Dr. Garcia? They're a sign of bacterial infection.
Crest Gum Detoxifies antibacterial fluoride works below the gum line to help heal gums and stop bleeding.
Crest saves the day.
Crest.
When you overdo it, undo it with the Pepto that's right for you.
Pepto has very fast melts, cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy. Pepto-Bismol.
Pick your Pepto.
Birria Ramen is back at Del Taco. Shredded beef birria, wavy ramen noodles, and savory consomme create an absolute flavor bomb of noodly goodness. Birria Ramen. That's Del Taco Better Mix.
Best part of the newscast today was meeting Willowbrook from the Compton Station LA County Sheriff's Department. That little therapy dog is a bundle of joy.
Still feels like I'm holding her in my arms.
Yeah. We're going to hear much more about her later on tonight. That does it for the KTLA 5 News at 4, but we've got a lot coming up on the News at 5.
Let's get straight to Micah Ullman with a closer look. Hi, Micah.
Hi, Karine John. Coming up on the news at 5 o'clock, known for her role as Ice on the original American Gladiators, Lori Fetrick will join us live in studio to talk about her new live show and much more. And evaluating injuries, are the practices of athletic trainers and team doctors effective in determining concussions? What new research is saying. And it's known as the Super Bowl of the art world, where VIPs are looking to purchase multi-million-dollar pieces from some of the world's most famous artists. That and all your breaking news ahead here on the news at 5 o'clock. Back to you.
All right, Micah, thanks so much. Thanks for joining us as well. Stick around for the news at 5.
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
The Barnes firm has years of experience handling thousands of car crash cases. We will give you